¿A dónde está papi? 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 ¿A dónde está papi?
Welcome to the Sunday stream. I hope everyone's having an awesome Sunday. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Cat. Michael Hafter, how's it going? We're just gonna try to have some good vibes today, chill vibes. I hope everyone's having an awesome weekend. Too short, if you ask me. I like that little dancing cat. Still sleeping in. Nice. I feel that. I wish I was in bed right now. We got so much done yesterday. It's wild. So we couldn't quite get to start making the garden beds. A sleep stream, yeah. I'm gonna start making sleep streams on Sunday. I can set up my phone to automatically start, so all I need to do is set the date, the time, I guess I should say, set the schedule, and then just put the little tripod, and then that's it. Easy peasy. But yeah, yesterday we couldn't get to it, but we are close to starting our raised garden beds. Cosmic Seeking, happy Sunday, welcome. We also found some spring onions, and apparently we think some wheat or barley decided to grow underneath our deck. Um, I guess when it grows, we'll see if it's anything like that. Do we have an agenda today? No, not quite. Not any like set agenda. Not any set agenda. It takes a lot already to do the week streams, the normal weekday streams. That takes a lot of effort to pull up all the information and whatnot. So yeah, Sundays are mainly for chilling. Quick shout out to $27. Thank you so much for the shout out yesterday. Appreciate that. Maple Leaf Dragon, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. What's up? Just hanging. Just hanging. Just hanging out. The co-host is currently stuck in traffic. But don't worry, she'll be here. Even if it's for half the stream, most of the stream, whenever she gets home. All the more looking forward to autonomous vehicles, less traffic. True. Yeah, true. On paper, theoretically, if all vehicles were autonomous, there would be less traffic. Maybe maybe next weekend we can show you guys some of the stuff that's been happening in the garden once we get it all set up, or how it's supposed to look like, anyways. Maybe today we can complete or grab some of the materials that we need and start completing that part, because we're a little short on time. Spring has indeed sprung. In funnier news, the Bears are back. Yep. The Bears that I was talking about last year, they're back. Bears, yeah. At 3 in the morning, they decided to raid my trash can. Stop putting out tasty trash then? True. True, that's the last time. So yeah, that's the end of that. At 3 o'clock in the morning, we got raided by 2 bears. Of course, we had to run out and scare them, pick up all the trash that they very nicely left for us all over the place, and then, put it back and inside the garage. What kind of bears do you have there? Just your like standard black bears. Just your typical black bears. They're more naughty than anything. They're harmless. last year we had a mama bear with two cubs. This year we think it's the same. We think it's the same bear. Um, but only one cub, maybe. Maybe that was her one son. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's the same. If it's the same guys of last year, or different ones. But it was two of them this time. Yeah, 350-pound raccoons. Exactly. Exactly. And like the moment they heard us start to go outside, they ran. Like the moment they even heard us like trying to go outside, they just ran away. But we do not want them to think that this is an easy place to get food. So, best thing you can do is scare them, and the best thing you can do is scare them, and just make sure you continue to pick up the trash, or not pick up the trash, to make sure you leave it um, inside until you absolutely have to take it out. They're in America. They know humans have guns. I don't know. Um, I don't know. But most animals are more afraid of you than you are of it. Not always, but it's a general rule. Are you allowed to shoot them? Technically, I believe so. Necessary? Nah. Nah, you don't need to shoot them. I mean, like, unless they're, like, I guess attacking you and you're about to die. But for you to be in that position, you did something very wrong. If you're in the position that you're being attacked by a bear, like a black bear, because a black bear is not, it's not a grizzly bear. Black bears are much smaller, and they're not aggressive. They're not aggressive at all, even with cubs. You did something very, very wrong if you're being attacked by the bear. Easiest thing in the world is just to go outside and just yell at them. They'll run. Like I said, even just going outside, the act of opening the door and appearing outside was enough for them to run. I'm trying to look up exactly the law because it may not be the same. Okay, so particularly to this state, no, you cannot just shoot them. You cannot just shoot them. You have to get the department to come out here and evaluate if the bear actually presents a problem. And I mean, like, unless your life is in danger, it's a different story. But yeah, like I said, if that's the case, then you did something very wrong. Oh, look at that. The co host is here. Hold on, folks. Hello? Can you hear me? Sweet. Yeah, but it's a little low. You may need to do the whole trick. Especially if you just had updates. Always does it for me. Let me switch over.
Say something?
Hello?
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So I just can't hear you.
Probably. And you're also very low.
But I can hear myself.
Yeah, I mean, I can hear you. But you're
about
very
now?
low. And I've got you at 120. You have started a live subject here. There's a big debate about 3 horses that were shot at the Grand National Jump Race yesterday. What do you mean? Like, they were shot by a person? Or what happened? That's wild. Honestly, horse racing
Are you
shouldn't
sure
be a
you have
thing.
audio up on your end?
What? Say that again?
Say something?
Oh, there we go. Nice.
Nope. Nothing I change gives me your volume. I cannot hear you at all. I literally just went through every setting in Discord. I closed and opened the app up again.
But, hold on. Let me, where is it? There we go. Let me just message you this.
I know, but I can't hear you at all. And I can hear myself.
Huh. Hmm.
How about now?
Hello, hello, hello? Yeah, I guess
Nothing I
not.
do gives me your sound.
That is weird. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Shoot.
Okay, wait a minute.
Did you find out? Did you figure it out?
I just quit and reopened the app again, and it's working now. What the
Sweet.
hell?
I don't know. Sometimes you mean the app like the
Yeah, the mic app.
Oh yeah. Sometimes just
Guess
closing
who
it.
I've got?
Oh, we've got a cat.
Oh no!
Aw,
I tried
come
to
on.
pick him up and he ran out.
He knew. He knew. He's like, what?
Shit.
He'll be back.
I gotta put these decals up.
Nice.
I don't know if I'll do both of them on the tank and the glass studio, or if I'll do one on the Jeep. I do like going here when I go down to visit my family.
There you go.
Oh, brother.
One of the horses were badly hurt running and they got shot to see. Yeah, so the solution here is to ban horse racing. That's bullshit.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Goodness.
so some Cosmic Seeking was telling us a story that there's a big debate about some poor horses that were hurt and they had to be shot because they, once a horse like messes up like their leg or something or hoof, if it's like irreparable, like, and they're in great pain and there's nothing you can do about it, then yeah, usually that's what they do. So that's bullshit, and they should ban horse racing.
I'm gonna try to put.
What happened?
I'm gonna try to put the filters back in the computer without unplugging everything. I don't know if I can though.
I mean, if you can't, then it's all
And then
good.
I turned my head and like everything fell down.
Oh no.
Okay. I should probably just take it off before it falls. I think I can unplug everything in the front without messing up stream. You're
Okay.
still there, so it must have worked.
Yeah.
It's just the back. I don't know how I'm gonna do the back. I don't know how I got it out the first time.
Well, I mean, you can just do it later if you can't solve one part of it.
Those are my intake fans. I don't want them, I just took off a whole thing of Bailey hair off the front of the computer.
Oh man, someone mentioned this. I think it was like last stream or maybe one of the streams. One of those wireless like computer vacuums.
Yes.
Air
those
dusters.
Are awesome. Those
Yeah.
are awesome.
I need to find out how to get me some of those, because like at least one, because those things are super useful and you don't have to use and you don't have to use like those cans.
I think I can reach it now.
Sweet. Yes, we had the subject because you were talking about shooting animals. Yes. No, hold on. No. You you asked me. You asked me if I could shoot a bear. If I could shoot the bear. No. So if just to catch you up, I was telling Chad about Yogi and Boo Boo. They decided to come back. Yep, they did, and they yeeted a bunch of trash everywhere. So that's a pretty good signal that it's time to it's that time. So we got to leave all the trash inside. I hope the bears got a good meal out of it though, before they left. And I was just telling chat that they're more scared of you than you are of it. They're black bears. They're not that big. At least that one wasn't. Oh, you're kind of frozen. Well, we might have lost connection. Boo. I'll just switch myself over if I can. Yeah, I mean, like the fact that horse racing is still like a thing, it's just wild. That should be illegal. Yeah, looks like we lost connection. Hello, hello. Yep. I'll just put myself on. The call might drop. Yeah, there it goes. Oh well. There we go. I'll just switch myself. It's all good. Are many bloody sports carried around the world? I'm very much opposed. Yeah, I mean, like, geez. Imagine being forced to run your entire life, and like if you get badly hurt, then you get shot because you can't recover from that. Like that's just wrong, dude. That's just wrong. That's just wrong. Like it's the year of our Lord of 2023. There should be no reason um why any of that exists. It's the same thing with like dog racing. I think like a long time ago, and by a long time ago I mean like years ago, Florida decided to ban or stop all dog racing. Very much on that boat too. I'm glad they did. Bullfighting is even more objectionable as the bull never makes it. Yep, that's cruel too. If you've ever seen it, hard to watch. That's cruel too. That should be that should be done away with. Now I've seen it on film. Yep, it's cruel. Oh, looks like we're back. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Yep. All right, but give it some good volume. No, just reset the app because like I don't know what you did this the first time. That's weird. Yeah. All right. Let me switch over. Yeah. That's whatever you're doing right now. Leave it. It's fine.
Cool.
Let me switch
Cool
back.
beans, fams. Yeah, I don't know. The computer spazzed out. It was running, but it was like frozen on the monitors, and I couldn't get it to reset.
It's all good. We're back. Yeah, fox hunting, same thing. Cruel as fuck. There's no
In the
purpose to that.
saddle again. My computer is officially fixed.
Sweet. Nice. All you had to do was put the fans and the filter case thingy.
I fixed the fans last time. I just had to put the filters back in it.
Gotcha.
And I've got to fix my pop figures I accidentally knocked over. Oh, shit.
But that's easy. That's just the glass case thing. Nah, there's nothing else to fix. We got it. We're good.
Plywood friend here. I might use this for too tall. Goddamn.
Sweet. There you go. If you can't see, there's like the little pop figures there.
We've done a little modification to our iPad here. My fellow
Nice.
Doctor Who fans will get it. And if you take out of the case.
Neato. Although all I can see is my reflection, but cool. Oh, wait, I see it now.
It's called the Otter Rings.
Nice.
Basically, I switch between several cases pretty frequently, and I'm just a little bit, anal. I'm trying to protect the iPad and not let it get scratched up.
You seen the reports of the shooting at the Sweet 16 birthday party? Yes. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was in Kentucky. I believe it might have been in
believe you're
Kentucky.
right.
Yeah. And if I believe I remember seeing that, because I woke up very early today.
You and me both too early.
Yeah.
And
I woke
didn't
up.
fall asleep till 5 a.m. again.
Yikes.
That's why I got bags under my eyes. I'm not dying. I'm just tired as hell.
Yeah, and if I'm correct, I think 4 people got killed, or is that
Crazy.
the other mass shooting that happened in in oh god, I know it's like dude, it's so wild. Or was that the other one where a lot of people got hurt but only there's two incidents. No, I think it's the same one. Hold on. Um, yeah. So four people died at multitude of them got injured. About 20, as far as we know. Unbelievable.
Guess who's coming in? Look, 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 look.
Aw, is that Bailey? Can't see.
Yes.
Oh yes,
Oh, Goose, come back.
I just caught a glimpse of him.
Come here. Come on, Goose. Bailey. Oh, I got your tail. Oh, Jojo Bailey. Come
There he is.
here. I'm afraid to try and close the door. He's gonna run. Bailey's. Oh, Jojo boy. Here's my baby boy.
Yeah, it was the Dadeville one. Yeah, okay, so we are talking about the same incident. Horrifying. Oh, I saw a little tail. Where'd he go?
Well, my customer that I went to rescue just texted and said thanks for taking the time out of your day for me. I was like,
Cool.
you're welcome. Jeep life, I got your back, whether it's
Hmm.
during business hours or not, you know.
Uh.
I don't know if you told everybody, but
No, I was still on the bear story.
so the reason that our stream was kind of screwed up today is because of me. I opted to go help one of my best customers. He was having a serious problem, and I'm too busy during the week to be able to run him back home afterwards, and I didn't want him driving the vehicle. So I parked my Jeep at his house, and I drove his Jeep over to the shop and had him follow me in one of his trucks. And then he rode me back to his house, and then, I went to the gas station and home, and then got on the stream. Wasn't planning to be gone so long today, but things were worse than expected, and
Well, I mean, at least
whether or not the work was done at my shop, I would have helped him. The fact that it was done at my shop and it's a warranty thing with the part that, it's not our fault, but I'm gonna help him out.
cool. I mean, at least it made it. That's all that matters.
I try it. It was scary, but I got it.
Yikes.
Yeah, the whole way I was like
Oh god.
in the steering wheel, and I'm just like, please don't fall apart before I get there.
Yikes.
It's all good. I survived. But, yep. Customer service to the max. What can I say?
So yesterday we did most of the lawn, and
Very cool.
we did most of the lawn, and I think maybe next weekend we'll be ready to start making raised beds. Maybe.
Hmm.
We're gonna try out that idea with the little they're not cinder blocks, are they? But whatever, the little accent blocks from Home Depot or any hardware store that has the little dudes that are corners, basically, that you can just slide in the pieces.
Oh shit. Yep.
I don't know what they're called. I'm just gonna call them corner blocks. And
Cornerstones.
yeah, but they're not cornerstones per se, but for all intents and purposes, yes, they will be. For our project anyways. They're just little squares that are cut at the perfect size for the wood to just slide in. And all you need to do is just put two of them on top of each other and you're good.
That'll be cool.
Mm-hmm.
God, I'm in a hard level in my crossword game.
Nice.
I've been playing this cool game, and this is not an ad, by the way. It's called Crosstick, and I've got it on my phone and my iPad. I play it both between there, and you have different categories, and you're solving for a phrase by guessing words from a description. So, like, one was out of town, 4
Right.
letters. Away. Okay. So I've got those, 3 letters up there. Now I got to figure out the next one. Some of them I blow through them in like 5 seconds. Other ones I'm here like, I not know the English language.
Hmm. Do you have old railroad ties to do that kind of stuff? No, you don't need it. All you need is like the corner blocks. The corner blocks that I'm talking about, you put 2 on top of each other.
You still should do steel ties, whether they're railroad ties or if you buy the 2-foot rebar from the store.
Gotcha. No, yeah,
The blocks will shift.
Maybe.
Definitely. The 2-foot, they're either 18-inch or 2-foot rebar ties. They're like $1 something a piece at Home Depot. So when you do a corner, you do one in the middle of each side of the corner, and that way it won't shift.
Gotcha.
They just trying to help you out. Trust me. Even if if the blocks interlink to each other, if they're the grooved ones like I'm thinking they are,
Yeah.
they're still gonna shift.
You think so? Because like the way it was like presented, it's like it's meant for that. If that makes sense.
It is, but for $4 per corner, go ahead and get your rebar ties and just.
Gotcha.
All my raised beds have rebar ties.
Gotcha.
It's kind of like you can tighten a wheel back on a car with a crowbar, or you can put it on with a ratchet wrench, or a torque wrench, excuse me, with a torque wrench and know it's at the right rating. The rebar will help you in case anything moves, which it will. Ground settles, ground moves.
Gotcha.
Yep. If anybody can think of a 5-letter word for a telling argument, let us know.
For a telling argument?
Mm-hmm.
Like a debate? No,
Nope,
that's 6.
It's a 5-letter word. I blew through three of these freaking things, and then I got to this, and I'm like, gosh.
5-letter word for a talking debate. Or, sorry, a talking argument?
Mm-hmm. Telling argument. P-L-E-A-L. Not a plea. Starts with a P. 5-letter word for a telling argument that starts with a P. And don't Google it. That takes the fun out of it, chat. Gotta
Don't
use
know.
our own brain powers.
Hold on, I've got my handy dandy.
I could Google it. I'm trying not to. I thought I'd
got my
give y'all
handy
a
dandy
chance.
boogie board. This thing is so useful. This thing is like basically just like a write-on thing that you can write whatever you want, and then you just press the button and it erases it. So 5-letter word that starts with a P. Telling equals decisive? I don't know.
So if you can even see this you're solving for a phrase, right? And then you have the different words that you have to figure out. Each letter is numbered. So as you figure out the different words, it fills in the phrase. Sometimes it's easier to guess the words in the phrase. Sometimes it's easier to guess the words to get the letters. Just depends. But the cool thing I like about this is when you solve each one, it teaches you something. Like there's a fact that you learn at the end of it. So it's pretty fun. And we're not getting paid to advertise this. This is just me.
Parlay is 6 words, 6 letters, right?
Yep. Needs to be 5.
Hmm. Five-letter word starting with P. Yeah, it's 5 letters. That does telling equal decisive? Or
Maybe.
maybe?
That's the thing, is that some of these are very clever. It could be misleading you and getting you to guess the name of a person, or it could be a word, it could be anything.
Gotcha.
My other choices are a 5-letter word for fetch, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7-letter word for kid, etc., a 6-letter
7.
word for kind of queen or sleep, or a 3-letter word meaning Thanksgiving Day for short.
What?
May. Oh, May? Is it May? No. God damn it. I tried.
A 7-letter word for children?
Yep. And A is the 3rd letter of the word.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I'm telling you, like, this game, some of them you guess, for once you're here, like, do I even speak English?
So wait, the 3rd letter is A?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What? Yeah, I know. Listen, I don't even know where to begin with that one. A 7-letter word that's for children. What?
This one's hard. This is a hard one. This is one of the ones where I'm over here thinking I don't know how to speak my own native language.
What? I'm still stuck on like the first one.
I know.
6.
But the thing is, they're all related. So if you write them all down and you look at it, it makes more sense.
No, it's
Why
not
is this
sibling
such
because
hard-
there's a A in the third letter.
Kind of queen or sleep. How about Hardy? Nope. Okay. Oh, a telling argument is a point.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I got that one. Fetch is a 5-letter word. The 3rd and 4th letter is N. I-N.
Fetch is a 5-letter word.
Yep, bring. B-R-I-N-G. Oh, fuck yeah, I got this. Okay, kid. 7-letter word. 2nd letter I. 3rd letter A. 4th letter T. 6th letter I. 7th letter R.
Bring it. Okay, so second letter I, 3rd letter A, 4th letter T, 6th letter I, 7th letter R.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. I don't even know where to start with this.
Oh, the I was an accident. Never mind. Take the I out.
Which one?
All the I's, because they're all linked.
So it's not point?
Nope. Oh,
Say again.
The R is no good either.
Yeah, so okay, so now it's not point. It's PO space NT.
POINT worked. I accidentally double tapped the I. So kid is a 7-letter word. 1 and 2 are blank. 3, 4, 5 is ATH. 6 is blank. 7 is R. Oh, kind of queen or sleep. Beauty. Okay. Kid, etc. Weather? No. Feather? No. Leather? Leather. Okay. Tom Blankenship. The phrase I solved for was called "They both grew up in Hannibal," and in the fact it says Tom Blankenship, a Mark Twain's childhood friend, was an inspiration for the Huckleberry Finn, a character in the Twain's famous novel. The same as Huckleberry Finn, Tom was 4 years older, and they both grew up in Hannibal, Missouri. So that was the fact I solved for.
Gotcha. That made absolutely 0 sense.
It's hard to keep track with, so if you guess a letter, it'll automatically jump to the next one. If you accidentally type it twice, it'll still fill it in even if it makes no sense. I accidentally typed a couple of them twice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, this you got to show it to me because like that
Here,
made
if
no
I send
sense.
it to you, will you share it?
I could try.
Hold on.
I knew that.
I
Same.
should be able to send this on Discord and us. Yes, I can send it on Discord. How about this? Share 2 direct messages, a difficult truth. Current puzzle. Post. You should have it on your screen now.
Let me see.
To apprehend or understand is to get. Got that one. Requisition. 5-letter word.
Can we see that? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay, over there is the Cohen song. Got that. So the first one is get. The fourth one is, or the fifth one, excuse me, is there. Thine alabaster something gleam. Insurance adjuster's concern. That guy over there is him. Okay, so the first one is get. The third one's higher. The fifth one is there. The last one is him. So I need to know the second one, the fourth one, the sixth one, and the seventh one.
Oh, requisition to obtain? Oh, yeah? Order. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. I just kind of like showed it to get an idea.
But yeah, if you guys like puzzle games, I would definitely check that one out. Again, I'm not getting paid for this, just really enjoy it.
What's the name of the thing?
It's called Crostic. Crostic. I would think they would have it on Android or iPhone, but you never know, I guess.
Is it an app? What's
Yep.
the thing called again?
It's
The
called
game?
Cross Stick. I just beat the next level.
Cross stick, like STICK?
Yep, CROSTIC.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'll just type it in chat. They had a load of
It's
water in Fort Lauderdale? Yes. It's really bad. Or was. Um yeah, it's really, really bad. Really bad. I used to live right exactly in that area. I used to
Yep,
live
me
exactly
too.
right in that area. Yeah, 25 inches in one day. Yep.
I thought it was 28.
So it was a lot. It was definitely more than 2 feet. We can say that. It was definitely more than 2 feet. Yeah, it was a lot. Like the Fort Lauderdale airport was basically a freaking lake. And a lot of flights were canceled, delayed, rescheduled. A lot of people got stuck. A lot of flooding. Yeah, I'm so glad that like I wasn't there because I can almost guarantee that our previous place would probably have flooded. Um because like we were pretty close to that ground zero. Florida can just become Atlantis, we will honor you. Oh man,
Oh.
give it some decades. It'll get there. Give it a couple decades, it'll get there. And hurricane season hasn't even started, folks. Hurricane season hasn't even started. Like a lot of the amount of storms may change. No, may remain the same. The number of storms may remain the same, but their likelihood of being bigger and more rain, and that they bring more rain, is ever increasing every time. The warmer it gets, the warmer it gets, the more moisture that storm is going to bring in, the worse the flooding is going to get. And that's usually one of the problems. And of course, the wind, the storms will get stronger, even if their amount of storms will stay the same. Tornado season has? Yes. Well, we had a tornado like warning, right? Like not too long ago.
Yep.
We had to
sure
chill.
did.
Yeah, we had to chill in the basement for a little bit, about an hour or so.
Yep. Oop, I beat the next one.
Nice.
I've literally topped the charts for the app for the whole day already.
Firefly, welcome. Not looking forward to this year's hurricane season at all here in South Florida. Sheesh. I do not blame you. I would definitely make sure that you have some, if you can, some basics already now, because like it's basically almost hurricane season. What, a month and a half less is when usually hurricane season starts. June, is it June?
Yep.
Yeah, June.
One of the set for toddlers. Block. Duh. Goddamn. Star Wars The Force Awakens had an incredible opening weekend in movie history with a total of whopping $247,966,675.
Jeez.
That was the fact that I solved for this round.
SpaceX Starship is set to go orbital. They have been forming earlier each year. Yeah. Well, the warmer it gets, the more likely that is. Yes. The warmer it gets, the more likely that is. hurricane season not only will potentially start sooner, but end later, if that makes sense.
Oh shit! Got an email from another customer.
And have stronger storms with more water. Yeah, that's really the issue. That's really the issue. Oh man, I just caught a glimpse of this tweet. Oh boy. We're probably gonna go a little bit into this tomorrow, but oh man, this one's a doozy. This one just popped up in my feed. This is from Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene. Quote, if you believe that today's climate change is caused by too much carbon, she means too much carbon emissions, you have been fooled. No. Decades of science plus the research of like the fossil fuel industry that they did themselves pretty much proved this. I mean, there's no real debate here around that fact. Climate change is human driven, and it is being exacerbated by our massive emissions from our massive carbon emissions from a multitude of sources, not just fossil fuels. We live on a, quote, spinning planet that rotates around a much bigger sun along with other planets and heavenly bodies that rotating around. What is this? What is this, like, stream of consciousness that creates gravitational pull on whatever? Thank you. That's how gravity works? How does this have to do with climate change? While our galaxy rotates and travels through the universe. Considering all of that, yes, our climate will change. Yes. And it's totally normal. No, it's not. This is a classic, like, climate change denial, like, trope. That, like, oh, climate changes. It's just part of normal thing. Yeah, sure. At the span of, like, tens of thousands of years. But we're seeing, like, historic events that are supposed to happen once every, like, hundreds of years or once every thousands of years. We're seeing them more and more frequently. The problem isn't that the climate is changing. The problem is that it's happening abnormally. We're the ones driving this. It's not that the climate is changing. We call it climate change because it's true, the climate is changing. But the reason why that's a problem is because we're accelerating it at an abnormal rate. That's the problem. This is not totally normal. There's no amount of taxes or carbon reduction that will stop or tame weather events or climate change. That's not true, although we can argue about policies. We can argue about, like, what carbon taxes would actually do or do not do. We could argue the effectiveness of certain policies, but to say that we have absolutely no hand in attempting to address this crisis is ludicrous. It's just not true. It's just not true. If we don't do anything, then yeah, no amount of anything that we do will stop the dominoes from falling once the tipping points have reached. That's the problem. You see, that's why scientists are alarmed. That's why scientists are saying we got to do something, like, now, yesterday, 10 years ago. But yeah, this is not right. Becky is streaming tomorrow, Monday from now on. Yes, that's true. That is true. There are very powerful people that are getting rich beyond their wildest dreams, convincing that many that carbon is the enemy. I mean, carbon emissions, yes, is a massive problem. And that if humans sacrifice enough energy producing things, we can actually control the climate. No, if we sacrifice or if we change the way we organize our priorities, carbon or fossil fuels does not equal energy. That's the big problem we're having here. She's purposely conflating energy with fossil fuel. That is not the case. We have alternative sources of fuel. And no, switching switching to alternative sources of fuel won't automatically control the climate. However, the current rate at which we're driving the climate crisis will be unsustainable and will cause massive problems. More so than what we're seeing now. Right, CO2 producing things. I'm pretty sure that's what she means. Don't fall for the scam. Fossil fuels are natural and amazing. Fossil fuels being yanked out of the ground and then like massively refined and produced is not a natural thing. But okay. They produce an abundance of energy that we all need to survive, along with many more products you can possibly imagine. That's true. They do produce a lot of our energy. And that can change. That's why is that like why is that impossible to imagine a world where we can use other alternative sources? And why is it impossible to imagine a world that doesn't necessarily involve solely relying on one of the biggest drivers of the problem? I mean, like this is just like wild. This is so like this is child logic. This is like there's nothing going on there. So you're saying that basically there's just no possible world. You just can't fathom. You can't be imaginative enough to see a world where you don't have to have like single plastic use products made from fossil fuels. They could be made out of hemp. You can't possibly imagine any of that.
Or corn.
Yeah. Anything that doesn't involve like CO2 emissions. There's so many different options. Even fungi. You can make stuff out of fungi. The problem is that like people like this have absolutely no imagination. Methane producing things that are 80 times worse than CO2. Yes, that's true. They're 80 plus times worse than CO2, and while they have a shorter lifespan, 80 times worse than CO2 at trapping heat. Even if it's just for a decade, it is bad. It's really bad, really bad. Because like the short term is what matters right now. The short term is what matters.
Run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
For sure.
I'll be listening though, so don't be misbehaving, people.
I was gonna say, now's our chance, chat, but I guess we can't. I think you're in the midst of rabble-rousing for the 2024 elections. This is not going to be an issue. None of these people care. This isn't going to be an issue. This is not going to be an issue. I'm guaranteed. Guaranteed that this is not going to be a priority in the 2020 election. Or if it is mentioned, maybe it would it might make an appearance on passing, but like this issue isn't being uh, put forth nearly as important as it should be. I think I've made my frustrations very clear with this administration when it comes to climate change. And of course, like, the Republicans aren't going to do fuck all. They're probably not even going to make a mention of it. Unless it's like, unless they make a mention of it in passing as a way to like, tie in like as many buzzwords as possible as like the Green New Deal, socialist, communist, Democrat Party, like that. Maybe that's when they'll talk about it, but not to give any solutions. Of course, it's to tie in as many buzzwords and then try to beat, try to use that as a club. The GOP will try anything to divide the electorate. No, they're trying to just kind of hone in on their own. They're trying to get their own to show up. That's it. That's why they're focusing on like a lot of these, what is it? Oh, man, I'm losing the word. Culture war bullshit. That's why they lean heavily so much on the culture war bullshit. It's because they need their constituents. They need that red meat so that their constituents will show up. That's why it's non-stop outrage. Like next week, so this week, you're supposed to be angry at Anheuser-Busch because of one commercial by a trans influencer who received one commemorative beer can. So that's what you're supposed to be angry about that week. So last week it was something about Super Mario. Or the week before was something about Super Mario. I mean, like, it's nonstop. Okay, it's nonstop. So no, I don't think they're trying to divide the electorate per se. I think they're just leaning on whatever bullshit issue gives the most red meat to their constituents, so they'll show up. That's it. One of the biggest hurdles is that Americans don't react to serious shit unless it's coming right down them in dramatic, immediate, and cataclysmic fashion. Yes, that's also kind of true.
Got a Bailey.
Oh, Bailey. It's like Americans are so conditioned by disaster movie scenarios and can only to respond. Yep. It's like, yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem. Because, like, we are looking at a slow motion train wreck happening.
Oh, God, does that not hurt? He
We
just,
are
like, slammed his head into the computer.
Oh, no. Yeah, we are looking at a very, very slow moving train wreck. Bailey. And, we just seem to look at this, and the people who know, and are horrified. But like most of the country, yeah, most of the country is just like not. It's not processing the level of fucked the situation is for the most part. Slow moving in a geological sense. I mean, yeah, but I'm saying like right now it is like a slow moving train wreck that we have the ability. At the very least, we have not just an ability, but a responsibility to attempt to kind of like, pump the brakes a little bit and hopefully,
Yep.
and just hope it's enough that those tipping points, those dominoes don't start to fall, because once they fall, we don't know how bad the situation's gonna look or what it's gonna look like. It's just like, damn, do we really want to like? We're basically approaching the level 10 of effing around, because we've spent like the last like decades and a half trying to proverbially find out. Sorry, other way around. Proverbially, we've been spending the last couple of decades effing around, and we're about to find out. we're approaching the level 10 on the graph of effing around. Should we decide that business as usual is going to be the plan of action here or inaction. we see-
Inaction is just as bad as the wrong action.
Yes. 100% correct. But as we see the rapid changes already affecting us locally and regionally now. Yeah, like, I'm sorry, but like, to use like just like a very recent example, the big hurricane that hit Florida, that was really bad, really bad. And like, you know, just maybe was it 2017? There was like a massive hurricane, Ian. No, not Ian. Was it Ian? No, Irene. It was with an I. Irene. In 2017, that was like almost the size of the entire damn state. I think it was 2017 or 2018. Something like somewhere around that timeline. Like, not that long ago is what I'm trying to say. It was like the size of the damn state. I know, I've been here for them all. Yep. So have most. Well, until recently, yeah, same. Until I left.
Oh, Cocaine Bear has hit Peacock.
Well, that's definitely a movie to put on the queue list of things to watch.
I want to watch Florida Man.
Wait, that's a real movie?
Yes. Oh, it's a TV show. Hold on. Wait, I probably got the title wrong, but it's like Florida Man.
Oh, okay, because I saw
Netflix, and it's like an
memes.
Ozark, but in Florida.
I saw memes and I thought it was just memes. I thought it was fake.
I swear it's called Florida Man. It is called Florida Man. I'm not losing my shit.
No, I know what you're talking.
Ramirez, Abby Lee, Anthony I accidentally minimized.
No,
Anthony
I've seen.
LaPaglia.
Yeah, I've seen the screenshots. I know it's like I've seen the screenshots, so I know that what you're talking about. I just didn't know it was real. I thought it was.
Supposedly, have you heard of the show Ozark?
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
Okay, it's incredible. First of all, you need to watch it. Second of all, from what I've read, Florida Man is supposed to be, quote unquote, and I don't know this for sure because I haven't watched it yet. I have seen Ozark though, so I'm ready to compare.
Mm-hmm.
Florida Man is supposed to be like the Florida version of Ozark.
Gotcha. Where's Ozark set in?
In the Ozarks.
Oh, I knew that, of course. Shh. I've kept screenshots of radar images of many of them as they were at their strongest just before hitting and lost power. Yeah.
Do you want to laugh though?
What's up?
The movie Ozark, even though it's supposed to take place where they say it takes place, was filmed on Lake Lanier right here in Georgia.
A lot of things are, yes.
I know. I just thought I would mention.
That's cool. That's pretty cool.
Just thought I'd mention it. I think it's supposed to take place in I can't think of it. Oklahoma or Arkansas or Missouri or something like that.
Gotcha.
Somewhere out there. But a lot of it, I think it's supposed to take place in Missouri, but a lot of it, if not all of it, was filmed here.
Cool.
Like an hour from us.
Nice.
Ah, that was pretty neat. I've got a little goose there if you can't see him.
Yeah, I see him. He's just chilling.
Chin-chilling like a villain. After he rubbed himself all over my mic and got his fur.
Oh, man.
You can't see it, but this thing is covered in Bailey fur. Like, I think I should order extra ones of these just so I can swap them out to wash them.
I think I have one, don't I? I have an extra one, maybe.
Mine was messed up. I thought you gave me your extra one. Because remember
Oh.
when we got my mic,
Oh,
for
yeah,
some
yeah,
reason
yeah.
it came with the thing was damaged?
Yeah, you're
Like
right.
it had that big gash in it or whatever, and it
Yep.
never puffed back up.
Yep, I have the messed up one. You're right.
So I know we saved it just in case, but this is the good one. Oh my god, it's everywhere, y'all. I cannot.
I mean, I got this blue one, so maybe I can get an extra blue and a purple one. Cause like this fits. It fits perfectly.
I need a purple one. They make a purple one? I'd
Yeah,
so buy one.
Yeah, they make a bunch of different colors.
What?
I just got the light blue one because I like blue. That's it.
Part of me is telling me to be creative and work. The other part of me says open mist and play the next realm.
That's funny.
How many of our followers remember this game? And not to date myself, but I was a small child when this came out and it just hit its 30th anniversary. It was called Myst. It was a PC game. I think it was originally on Macintosh computers and then it went to Windows computers. I believe later on they did make versions of it for the Nintendo DS. Anyways, with the 30th anniversary having just come up, they re-released it in really good, like high definition for iOS. I don't know if it's on Android or not. It was only like $14, and I've
I can
been
tell you right now.
freaking loving it. Called Myst, MYST.
I think Michael Hasser is like maybe one or two people. Michael Hasser, I remember, said that he remembered it. By who is it?
Cyan. It's by Cyan. Or Cyan. Or however you fucking say it.
Myst.
MYST.
Remember what? Myst. Nope, it's not on Android. At least
Didn't
not.
think it was.
Yeah, at least not
So, for those of
not
you who
here.
remember, this was one of the first games back in, I don't know, 30 years ago. So 1993, I guess a year older than me. This game came out. It was released, I believe, and guys, correct me if I'm wrong. This is just me trying to remember from when I was not old enough to remember. This literally came out when I was -1 years old. But I believe it came out on Macintosh, and it was one of the first games that was interactive. It had videos, it had photos, and it had music. So in 1993, that was a big deal. Believe it came out on Macintosh first, and then maybe like a couple years later, it came out on PC. My dad bought it when we got our first computer, and I was like 7 or 8 years old at that point. So it would have been like 2002 or so, 2003, when we got our first family computer, which was a Dell desktop. And my dad bought this cool game, and it's a puzzle game, and it's a sci-fi story puzzle game. It's super cool, but as a 7-year-old, I was in no shape to try and play it, but I did anyways, and it used to make me so mad. I
It was a
freaking
big
love it.
deal. Yeah, Michael Hasser was one of the first people to play it.
Was he?
Mhm.
That's so cool.
I played it when the Olympics came to Atlanta for hours. Wow.
Oh my god, that was a while ago then. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Olympics just came back to Atlanta within the last couple years since we've been here. That's nuts.
Let me close this. Terraria. No. MYST.
So I'll show you if you want when you come over for the cookout later, Carlos. But I've got it set up on the iPad here. And when I was really sick with pneumonia, I had COVID pneumonia recently. I'm still getting over it. Thanks for asking in advance because I know you're going to ask.
Hmm.
But I needed something to do, so I downloaded some ebooks by my favorite late author, Neil Peart. And I also saw the ad for Myst, and I was like, oh, I wonder if it's as hard as I remember it being. I'm halfway through it. It's way easier now that I'm not 7 years old.
I'm seeing it, but kind of hard to
It's still
remember.
fun.
Yeah, I'm looking at some screenshots. I've never played this game. It's on Steam, so I can definitely play it.
Oh no, it is on Steam now.
Yeah.
Steam was not a thing when this came out. I
No.
remember when my dad and I had this game for Windows, there were like 5 or 6 discs, and as you went through the game, you had to switch discs, and there was always the chance that you went to switch and it didn't work, and like it was a whole
Oh man.
like it's funny. I barely remember it, but I remember it. And all I remember is trying to play with my dad and getting frustrated because the puzzles were so complicated. Now I play and I'm like, oh, do this, do that. I'm
Yep.
already in the Stone Age, which is like the 3rd realm or whatever.
Yeah, that's it. Echo Rest of Dragon. That's it. That's the one. That's the one.
Not to be too random, I just figured some of our followers would probably relate to that. Oh, and by the way, I did get the skin for the iPad keyboard case. It looks sick.
Oh, cool. Nice.
So for my doctor, I've got my TARDIS with the bad wolf writing for the skin for the keyboard. And I wanted to get one of those silicone covers for the actual key part of the keyboard.
Yeah.
And I was able to buy the last Starry Night one that was listed on Amazon, and it just fits my Doctor Who and get over myself. So
Nice.
cool.
I'm 38, so I remember it. Nice.
Okay, I'm barely old enough to remember it. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I was born a year after this game came out. You were alive when it came out.
Yes, but I just don't know. Maybe because like it was a very CD intensive game.
And you remember, not everybody at the time had compact disc players.
That's right.
It just happened to be when my dad bought my family our first computer. I think I was in 3rd or 4th grade, so I would have been between the ages of 8 and 10, probably. That computer had a disc player, and I remember it was like a big deal because we only got one thing for Christmas, and we all got a computer that we
There
had
you
to
go.
share.
I couldn't do the puzzles either.
I'm not the only one, okay, but I can do them now, god damn it.
That's funny.
It's fun though. You would like it, Carlos. It's a really, really cool sci-fi story game that has a lot of puzzles in it.
Gotcha. The most puzzly game that I've played that's not like your classic puzzle games, like Zelda.
Which I have for the Switch and haven't played yet.
Yeah, if you like puzzle games, like
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild is great. Breath of the Wild is great. Before Skyrim, my girlfriend would like live on Breath of the Wild.
I'm excited to play that. I had my parents buy it for me a few years ago, and then I've wanted to like dedicate myself only to that game and haven't gotten to it yet. But the Myst game is, according to Wikipedia, Myst story concerns an explorer named Atris who has the ability to write books that serve as links to other worlds known as ages. This practice of creating linking books was developed by an ancient civilization.
Yep.
So it's pretty freaking cool. And there's different people, different races of people, different points in time that they take place in. Pretty cool. It starts with the Dini on Earth almost 10,000 years ago. They're an
Cool.
ancient race who use a special skill to create magical books that serve as portals to the worlds they describe, known as ages.
That's pretty
It's
cool.
so I think so. Supposedly they have a recreation of the original version available on the Android store or Windows Mobile store.
Yeah, I think I saw it, but it's not by the original creator, so I didn't know if that was like the one.
hmm Yeah, I thought the same thing when I saw it on the iPad. I was like, this looks fake. Then I
Yeah,
realized it was legit.
because when I look it up on Steam, that's by the original creator. It says Cyan Worlds or something like that.
hmm Yep, there's Mist from 1993. Then in 97, they released Riven. 2001, they released Mist 3 Exile. 2003, Uru Ages Beyond Mist. 2004 was Mist 4 Revelation. 2005 was Mist 5 End of Ages. And that's all of them, but they're not all available on the same platform. So, like Mist, they re released on all the platforms. Riven is macOS, PlayStation, Windows, iOS, and Android. The third one is just macOS, PlayStation, Windows, Xbox. The fourth one's just Windows. Fifth one's macOS, Windows, Xbox. And the last one is Windows and macOS. So they're not all available currently on all platforms. But I gotta
Gotcha.
get through this one first before I worry about that. I guess I can play the next one on the PC if I have to.
I couldn't do the puzzles. Yeah, like the only puzzle game that I played that wasn't like this, standard like Zelda and all this other games was Amnesia. Amnesia was a very
I played that one.
yeah, it's a horror game, but it's a puzzle game, and like, cool boy, um, yeah, it's pretty at the time. It's pretty freaky. I haven't played it in a very very long time, um, but that's the type of game that like you need to sit down, put some headphones on, put some good headphones on, and just like prepare yourself mentally, because that's Amnesia is a game. It's a tough game.
One of those.
Yeah, it's one of those that like your anxiety will be off the charts.
I'll have to give it a try then. Yeah, Myst was always pretty simple as far as gameplay. It's just the puzzles that were hard to figure out.
And is it like you're just like a dude, like a first person kind of
Pretty much. You can never see yourself. You don't have character editing. It's too old for that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
But, like, you start the game and there's a little bit of backstory, and then you have to kind of just wander through and figure everything out.
Gotcha.
It's really cool. Eventually, we get a second device. We can link it to my account and only pay for one account, and I can share all the stuff with you like I do with my dad and Ed.
Gotcha. Cool. That's actually pretty cool.
I pay like, I think now that I have the storage for all of our devices, Apple TV, all the subscriptions and stuff, I want to say I pay between $20 and $30 a month. But I can add different people, like my dad's on it, my husband's on it, I'm on it, my sister's on it. I can add different people to it, so it's kind of worth the money for it.
Gotcha.
And I've got a terabyte on my devices and a half a terabyte on all Ed's devices. So, not too bad. Goodness gracious. I don't know why I'm yawning. Probably because I've only slept a couple hours.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with me. I try to go to sleep at night and I can't go to sleep till like 4 or 5 a.m.
Yikes.
And I wake up and I'm like, but it'll all be okay eventually.
I just realized it's past 3 o'clock. What I'm gonna do, um, is start to get ready to come over.
Woohoo! Party! If I
Yeah,
knew
it's
the
past.
words, if I knew the words to Party Rock Anthem, I'd start singing them.
There was another train derailment. Yes, there was. I want to say Missouri. I want to say Missouri, and yeah, it was more hazardous stuff. Just keeps happening, folks. Just keeps happening. None of these companies want to take any responsibility. None of these companies want to pay money to put in more safety. None of these companies have listened to any of the workers' complaints for years and years and years now of short crews, not enough people to man these things, not enough safety systems to stop these things. I mean, like, it's just gonna keep happening. Like Michael Hester said, there's definitely gonna be more. Um, it's just like, you just keep making the argumentation as to why these rail companies should be nationalized. That's all you're doing. Like, if you can't be bothered to put all like these safety precautions in place, and if you can't be bothered to make sure you hire enough people to make sure that, like, we can safely manage these like toxic chemicals or whatever it is that you're transporting, if you can't be bothered to do so, then you should be relieved of that, and all of these things should just be nationalized. Because it's like,
Yep.
dude, how like, at what point, like, come on, man. Like, that's enough. And like, this is part of why these workers almost went on strike before this administration decided to shaft them. Um, this exactly was part of the reason why a lot of these workers were about to go on strike. They felt like it was not safe because there was not enough crews, and the way the scheduling worked, it was brutal. So you had like exhausted workers, not enough of them to keep adequate tabs on everything, not enough safety like brake systems or whatever. Um, yeah, this was part of the reason why they almost went on strike. Before they were blocked or shafted by this administration. Like, come on, man. It's gonna keep happening because none of these people are gonna solve the problem effectively.
Yep.
Posted in the
that.
Discord main, great. So I'm gonna use that for tomorrow. Thank you, Echo Resto Dragon.
I love our team that we've got. Fucking phenomenal.
Sweet. You guys have about 1,000 derailments each year. Yeah. The fact of the matter is, none of this is gonna get solved unless, like, if there aren't enough strong regulations put in place, then why are we like bothering to even have this conversation with these people? Because, like, the one that happened in Ohio, the original, like, Ohio East Palestine derailment, prompted a lot of talks about like getting regulations that were supposed to be done months ago, last year, supposedly, or Department of Transportation was supposed to get to work on that because of the Trump administration reducing regulations, right? So they were supposed to fix it. They were supposed to add more regulations. They didn't. Now the post East Palestine derailment started talking about regulations again, and immediately, as soon as like these type of regulations were proposed, the rail industry started lobbying against them, including, yeah, and this is true, the same very company, Norfolk, was involved in the group, and like I forget what the group is called, with a bunch of the railroad companies that lobby. Norfolk was involved in that group too. They funded or give resources to that group too. So it's like, okay, dude, if you're giving resources to fight regulations and like to fight the same shit that you're responsible for that caused this, like, I mean, dude, we're running out of options here. Like, you're literally telling us to just nationalize you. because like you're running out of options. You don't want to fix the worker problem because like you have very, very, very dangerous conditions. You're overworking your workers. You don't have enough of them. You don't have enough safety brake systems in place. You
So
don't
many
want
things like that get me so worked up.
yeah, like you don't have regulation. You don't want regulations to have that in place. So like what are we supposed to do here? You know? Like you don't want the regulations. You don't want to make it happen on your own. So you're making record profits. All these rail companies are making billions, and like what? You can't be bothered to do some like basic like safety regulations. Like nah, dude. If you're not gonna be willing to talk or be willing to be a part of the conversation, no problem. We should relieve you of that burden and just nationalize the rail industry. We sue them into the tracks, yeah, and like okay, but I mean yeah, they obviously should be paying for every all the damages that they've caused. Yes, no doubt about it. But like the main thing that I want is the problem to be solved. But yes, you are correct. They should be paying for every little penny to fix, you know, whatever was derailed this time, because I haven't looked into everything, but Echo posted a link, so I'm going to be checking that out. Oh god, so frustrating.
I can't stand most of everything in life. I swear.
Anyways. Yeah, that's something we might have to talk about tomorrow. Hey. Oh, there we go.
Sigh.
Alright, folks. Well, we've got to get going.
We got plans.
Alright, folks, do the thing. If you enjoyed the content, make sure on your way out, hit the follow button. And if you can't support the channel in a monetary sense, that's A-OK. Head on over to the YouTube channel. Hit the big red subscribe button. Yeah, hitting the big red subscribe button really does help us out. Spread the word. We're here Monday through Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern time. We're trying to do the Sunday Fundays just to kind of have a chill little vibe, you know, here. You may or may not see a cat. There's still one there. So we've had a cat for 90% of the stream.
Do I need
Glad to catch a bit.
Let him say goodbye.
Thanks for hanging. See you in the next one. Thank you. Glad to catch a little bit. I woke up late today. No problem. No problem. Thank you for posting the link. Yeah, here we go. We'll have Bailey say goodbye to everybody.
There's a little Bailey sliding off for us.
There we go. So yeah, thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you for the subs, follows, biddies, all of that stuff. You guys are what makes this channel grow. Like I said, don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the YouTube. Spread the word. And as always, folks, please stay safe.
We hope to see you in the next one.
See ya. That's funny. Nah. Thank you, Michael Hessler. Appreciate it. All right, folks, hang tight. We're going to raid Tina, so hang tight. We're heading out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See ya.